morning, everyone. CLJOHN here. Welcome to my day number 3 of my 7-day challenge to post a video every day during this week. So I'm about to leave here from the Salt Lake City terminal. Just woke up. It's about 3:45 in the morning. I'm going to go out. Hopefully they have some coffee made. If not, then I still have a little bit of my iced coffee left. So I'm going to grab some coffee, use the bathroom, brush my teeth. Then I'm going to move over to get my trailer, do a pre-trip, get it washed, and we're going to get out of here because, as you see, it's already raining. It's 44 degrees here, but it's going to get much colder as we move along. It's going to be a nasty day. I'm expecting it to be just a miserable drive. According to my dispatch, I don't have a fuel stop between here and where I'm heading to in Oregon. So what I've been trying to get into the habit of doing, and I learned this from one of my classmates that I went to orientation with, Gary. He turned me on to this idea, and I thought it was a great idea, that every morning right before you leave, you send in a fuel stop request. Your best fuel stops. And the reasoning for that is basically because fuel prices change every day, and they send you to fuel stops based on pricing. So even though I have no stops between here and Oregon, because it's only 600 miles and I have half a tank, which will get me there, but I'm still going to do it anyway. You know, you enter what your fuel level is, you enter what your miles per gallons are, and it calculates it for you on the computer, and it'll tell you, okay, well, here's the next best fuel stop, if there is one. Doesn't always work. It happened to me in Vail. If you remember a few videos back, I was on empty for like 300 miles, and yeah, that was a whole issue. Go back and check out that video if you haven't seen that one. That was the day I almost quit Prime. Anyway, so I'm gonna do that real quick, and I'm gonna show you that APU door, the new door. So that's the you can tell because it looks new. The whole top portion of the APU, they replaced it, so it's nice and tight. It's not wiggling or nothing. It's not going to go nowhere, so looking pretty good. So the mechanic over there told me that the fuel line was leaking. That's probably why it wasn't working right. So hopefully we don't have any heating issues anymore. All right, so I was lucky. They had some coffee made inside the terminal there, so I grabbed a cup of coffee, brushed my teeth, used the bathroom, did all that good morning stuff. I did a pre-trip. I hooked up to the trailer, did a pre-trip. My time is running. I have 10.5 hours on my clock, and they did send me a fuel location, so that's why it's a good idea to do it. Can I make it all the way to Hermiston, Oregon on half a tank? Absolutely. But the issue is, I'm running into a very bad storm. I don't know if I'm going to have to shut down. Last thing I need to do is be on like a quarter of a tank of gas or lower, and I have to run my APU for, several hours. If not, like what happened to me in Texas, I was shut down for almost 24 hours. Last thing I want to do is run out of fuel in the middle of a blizzard or, very freezing conditions. So it's best to have fuel, so that's why we're doing that. Get my great Dutchman's getting her shower right now. So once we're all done here, we're going to go to outbound. And if any of you Prime drivers know, and if you're not a Prime driver and you work for another company, you have an inbound and outbound like how we have it. Is yours as slow as ours? Not saying they're not doing their job. Don't get me wrong, they do an amazing job. They do a thorough inspection coming in and going out. There's a reason why they're slow. But sometimes they're just really slow. And it's like, man, I want to get the heck out of here. I don't want to sit for 45 minutes. I know they're doing their job, but safety first. But if any of you other carriers out there watching this, if you have an inbound, outbound, let me know what you guys have going on over there. All right. I will see you guys down the road. Alright, so we stopped here in Ontario, Oregon. Put fuel, taking a quick 30-minute break. Continue down the road. We still have about a 3.5 hour drive ahead of us. I just drove about 7. And I have about 3 hours and 45 minutes on my clock. So we're definitely going to push it kind of close here. We'll see how this weather treats us. I'm not going nowhere for a while. I mean, it's not that bad. I guess it'd be good if I. There you go. See, it's not that bad, but going up the mountain is no bueno. They are enforcing chain controls.
Attention. A new important message has arrived.
And yeah, my chains look so nice in their bags because they're brand new. I'd hate to bring them out and get them all rusty and dirty. Yeah, no, I'm not putting no chains on. We're going to sit right here until they lift chain controls, which could be a long time because this storm just hit. I was trying to beat it, but man, it's just not good. As you saw, those a few trucks that were flipped over. This is just not the ideal driving condition for me, so I'm going to shut it down here for at least my 10-hour break right now, because even if I were to try to make it there on time, you know, I just don't have time. I'm going to run out of time before I get there, so it's best just to shut it down to be safe and get my time back. So I asked dispatch to push back my appointment time that was for tonight. I'm going to see how this guy parks, because you can't see the lines. We just kind of guess. I wish he would have parked right next to me, because I don't want someone to try and park in between us if he's going to be here all night like me. But I just kind of guessed where the spot was. Yeah, it's you can't see the lines, the painted lines. So anyways, yep, I'm here for the night. Thank God my heater's working. And I have food, so I'm good. Just gonna, call the family, talk to them for a while, eat something. Got to edit these videos, doing 1 video a day, so man, it's a lot of work. So yep, that's what we're doing. Alright, so the message that just came through, they changed my appointment time, so I have all day tomorrow up until midnight, the 13th, all day tomorrow to drop this off. So this is a drop-in hook. I drop it off, pick up an empty, and they just sent me a pre-plan. Man, which is good, because I was kind of worried I'd be kind of stuck here in Oregon for a while. So the good news is, man, I'm going to travel deadhead about 50 miles up to Washington and pick up a trailer. It's a drop-in hook. Drop off my empty, pick up my loaded, and get the heck out of this. I love the winter, but I don't want to be in this. And the bad news is they got me going all the way back to Michigan. And I don't think I did any recording while I was in Michigan. I just didn't have time. And it was miserable. If you follow me on social media, if you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, you'll see the pictures I posted. It was -17. That's the picture I posted. But that night, it got down to -22. It was cold in Michigan. Minnesota. I was in Minnesota. I'm sorry. Minnesota. I'm going to Michigan, which probably is no better. It's probably even colder, actually. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to Grand Rapids, Michigan after I figure all this mess out. Maybe. We'll see. Because I do have an appointment time for tomorrow to pick up that trailer. And that is a drop-in hook, so hopefully they give me all day with it. But the bad news is going to Michigan, and that means I'm going to have to go through Wyoming again. Oh my gosh, man, I hate Wyoming right now. I'm going to probably be in this weather or at least following it all the way through. If it can pass through and I can follow the tail end of it, then that's great because they've cleared the roads, and then I just have beautiful scenery and cold weather. I don't have to drive in it. So fingers crossed that works out for me, because right now it's not looking good. Alright, so that's Highway 84. So I actually came down this mountain. I should have stayed in that rest stop right there, but I was like, I'm going to keep on going. Kept on going down that way. Got to the rest stop, and not the rest stop, the truck stop. And it was overflowing. There were people parked on the road. I should take a video there. There were people parked on the road. I mean, it was full of trucks. I mean, it was bad. So, yep, I should have stopped at that rest stop there. So anyways, the nearest rest stop was backtracked back this way. So I'm actually eastbound when I need to be going westbound. But this was the nearest safe haven. This is the nearest place where I can stop and do anything, because if I kept going west, the next nearest place for me to stop would have been over the mountain. That's shut down right now. Or not shut down, but some training requirements. So that's where I'm parked for that. I think I'm okay. I don't think this guy next to me parked right though. Hope he's leaving. So he did not leave enough space between us for a truck. So yeah. Look at all this ice. So that's what he's doing. He's hitting all that ice. Kicked up on the truck. He's probably going to put chains on. That's probably why he's clearing that wheel well from all that ice. You can see all this ice that's built up. So you got to knock all the ice off, and then you can put your chains on. Not those tires, obviously. Put these tires back here. Yeah, I just had the Great Dutchman just had a shower, but man, she's getting dirty. Look at those icicles. So I don't know. I mean, there's the curb. It's the curb, and this is just like the driving it. I guess I'm okay. It's gonna pull up a little bit more, but I think I'm as good as I'm gonna get. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe more truckers will stop here, and we'll kind of figure out how we're gonna park. You know, the snow's not that deep yet. I think I can maneuver a little bit and move around. Yeah, he's definitely he definitely has a lot more ice than me. He must have just came over the hill that I don't want to go over. Yeah, so he was going around his truck, hitting all the ice off of it. I went over and talked to him. I asked him if he was going to put chains on, and he said he has chains. Obviously, you need to have chains. It's required. It's actually the law that we carry chains with us. He said, I don't know if he was just messing with me, but he said he didn't know how to put chains on. Actually, I don't think he is messing with me, because he says he's going to try and continue to go up the mountain. So I said, well, you're braver than me. I'm shutting it down for the night. And he said, yeah, I'm going to try and make it a little bit more. The next rest area is like 30 miles, and it's got some pretty steep hills. I see a lot of trucks going without chains, a lot with chains, so I don't know. Maybe you know something I don't know. Well, that's going to do it for me for the day. I'm going to finish out the day, just going to edit some videos, going to eat something. That's what I've been doing. That's what I do every day. So hey guys, thanks for tagging along. I really appreciate it. If you want to send me anything, check out my address in the description below. You know, if you want to send me something to review, if you want to send me a pirate theme, something I'll add to the truck, I'll make sure I give you guys a shout out. Yeah, and hey, I'll see you guys down the road. See you tomorrow.